Hopefully the audio is working, and it is. It's just around lunchtime, and SimPit is holding a IndyCar series in RaceRoom. Hasn't been all that well attended, but there's actually 8 people signed up right now. So I'm gonna get in on that because I don't mind R3. It's a decent game, and their IndyCar is pretty fun. So I'm gonna get in on that. I'm sorry I don't really have. Yeah, my voice is a bit low just because the mic's pretty far from my mouth. I can change that though, I think. Yep, I can boost the mic. Look at that. Let's jack that up a second here. How's that? Is that better? How's that? Is that better? Ah, that's a lot better. Anyways, IndyCar at Suzuka. We got 8 people signed up. Sean Seabrand will be streaming this on his channel. And we're going to jump in. So for those who don't have a sim racing system for RaceRoom yet, it's not actually built into the game. It's like a standalone pop-up window that you have to run. Where was I saying? Sorry, I got interrupted for a second. It's a pop-up app. Like you go into the folder and you run the app. And yeah, and then you get the standard sim racing system interface. It'll boot R3E when you click the join button. It'll boot the menu, it'll show you for a second, and then it'll jump right into the multiplayer loading screen. Really easy to work. I wish this game was more popular because I prefer how it drives compared to Assetto. And there are some really popular series. The GT3 cars get a pretty big turnout. Anyways, hopefully we'll have a decent turnout today. It's only a 20-minute race. We won't need any pit stops. Forgot to turn the steering wheel display on, so that's my bad. There is push to pass in these cars. I'm sorry I don't have the steering wheel on, because you'll be able to see my inputs, but I do find it kind of distracting. So the default setup in these cars, if you're to buy them on RaceRoom, the default set's just really bad. You pretty much have to redo everything. Especially because the way these cars are geared with the default set, they don't make efficient use of the turbo, which, as you can probably guess, is really bad. And my AI car is driven off the track. Anyways, thanks for coming out. I will actually try and bring up YouTube so I can monitor the chat a bit. I don't expect this to be a very competitive race. We have a 5-car turnout, which is really brutal. We actually have more people watching than are in the race, so yeah. Mic is a bit too close. Alright, yeah, I'll try and adjust that, sorry. What steering wheel do you use? I just use a stock Logitech G29. And that's, from what I understand, what a lot of people use. Oh, look, and we have private qualifying today. I'm honestly just going to run my race setup, because a lot of these guys I don't think are that quick. And if that changes, we can just take out the fuel. Not a bad opening lap. We can go quicker, though. I believe I have the world record around this place, and it's on my channel. But that might have changed. That was almost big. Pretty good lap. We can give it one more. Go max attack this time. Alright, let's go on kill. See how quick we can go. Nope, choke. Yeah, that threw away a lot of time. Okay, one more lap. I just want to go a bit quicker. Picked up 3/10 in the last sector. Bit of understeer. Kind of a slow corner, but that hairpin's always tricky because the turbo bogs down so much. Only a 10th? Come on. Lame. There we go, picked up half a second. So 139 flat, and that's really slow here. I want to say I ran a 36 in time trial. Wow, this game is a ghost town. It is. And that's always been R3's like biggest flaw, is that they use essentially like a funny money currency. So like you don't just pay for content like you would on iRacing, you pay for like in-game tokens and then you use those tokens to buy content. Because apparently they didn't get the memo that nobody actually likes that. And like the problem is too is like SRS promoted their AC compatibility a ton. But when they rolled out R3E, it was just kind of like, yeah, we have R3E functionality too. So like outside of the GT3 races, which are really well attended, like as good as AC, for stuff like IndyCar and just like other pieces of content, it's hard to get people out. Like we have 6 cars and that really sucks. And like some of these lap times, like this is not good. This is like people who didn't practice. The store actually shows it in real currency now, but yes, you have to buy the funny currency. Yeah, and they just never changed over from it. And it's just frustrating. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're aware that like that is the game's main downfall and why people don't buy it. But I think what's weird is like we're literally running in European time right now. And 6 cars, right? And not even 6 quality cars. Like look at this. Like this is not good. I mean like it's mean to like shit on people who show up and are 10 seconds off pace, but like to install SRS, you have to have some interest in like the competitive side of sim racing. Like it's not, you have to go out of your way to get it and understand what it is to like even install it. So like to show up to a race and your pole sitter's 3 seconds off like the track record, and you're running anywhere from like 10 to 12 off, it's hurting, man. Could also be because it's IndyCar. Some of the other R3 series have full lobbies. Yeah, and that's true. It's just like sad. So, anyways, this is my setup. I'm not going to go over it a whole bunch because time's ticking down. Full fuel. As long as I don't use push to pass, we should be like good. Have you tested the PCars 2 app for SRS? Is it any good? Yep, it works. Like, we did a race the other night, and it was like the first public test race. And yeah, it works. The only thing is you have to change your Steam name to like your SRS name, but like that's it. And there's like a couple other things you have to click. It boots up to the PCars main menu, so you still have to physically join the multiplayer server. But like it worked. Worked as good as this and the AC thing does. So I really had no issue with it. Anyway. 20 minutes. Half the people just wrecked on the start. I hope you guys saw that on the stream. That was pretty funny. And he just wrecked too. Are you kidding me? Well. I did the same thing when I was first in IndyCar on iRacing. Yeah, but iRacing has tire issues. Because I know the IR05 people just die on the starts all the time. But that's due to their fucked up tire. This, like, I find it hard to spin this car. Like, when we launched there, I did a fucking, like, underfoot burnout. It was awesome. That's how it should be. But it makes me think that people didn't even, like, change the default setup. So Sean was streaming this and he quit already. Half of the grid DNF before the first turn, yep. Again, I don't think these cars are that difficult to drive. It's like an F1 car with just less power and heavier. It's like a Formula 2 car. And like, yeah, there's a turbo, but like, don't go full throttle. You don't need a lot of throttle control in these cars. It's certainly not like F1 tier. a shame. I was kind of looking forward to this race and hoping like a decent amount of people would turn up. I'm running so slow right now. It's gonna be the longest 20-minute race of my life. So we have 4 cars left in the race, of the 6 that started. One dude's like a whole minute behind. Alright, let's check chat again. No new comments, I don't blame you. I wish people practiced for this race. wreck there. Guy in second wrecked again. Like, this isn't even a race right now. Right front's getting warm. Okay. Oh, someone's figured it out. That's how much I'm sandbagging, is someone who wrecked like multiple times ran a quicker lap than me. That's exciting, I got to use push to pass. Are you still not allowed on iRacing? Because I wonder why you still aren't on it. If you like online, it's the only way to go. So I'm allowed on iRacing. In fact, when I got my refund like years ago, they said like we'll either let you back on or give you your money back, and I chose to get my money back and just fuck off. The tire is really that bad. That's why I'm not on it. Like every once in a while, like my friend will give me their like account login info, and I'll like download the launcher and a few cars and try it out like in a practice. And it's just not what driving a car is like. It's that bad. And like at least with this, like this to me, this is what driving a car feels like. It's intuitive. It's easy. It goes where you want it to. Whereas, for example, in iRacing, one of the things Chris was messing around with on TeamSpeak a couple nights ago is he was looking in the GT3 and GTE cars, in particular the Audi R8, and someone on the forums essentially found that the shocks in iRacing don't work on the Audi R8. And that's one of the most dominant GT3 cars in the class's history. Like, it just wins everywhere. And in iRacing, it's undrivable because someone actually did like the telemetry research and found that like the shocks don't work. So that on top of a tire that doesn't make sense, I'm just not going to deal with it. Like, I honestly don't understand how people drive it. I really don't. Like, I hate to use memes, but it's usually the people who support iRacing and say it's realistic are bus riders who have either never driven a car before or never done like any sort of track day before. Like, cars are just not that difficult. So I believe we'll have one to go at the line here. Burn up all our push to pass now. Anyway, that concludes probably the worst race I've ever streamed. Imagine being a backmarker in a six-car race. To be fair, they didn't practice. I'm going to be honest, never do for SRS races either, which is why I only do the easy cars. I don't think you need to practice a lot, but like you should at least know the track and generally know the car and have some sort of setup you can load, even if it's not for like the track at hand. Like a proper sim that's not iRacing, you can just load a setup you pretty much made anywhere, and as long as the gearing's right, it'll be fine. As we all know, a GT3 with TCS and ABS driven by gentleman drivers with no prior experience should be hard to drive. Lel. PC2's issue is the power slide issue, four-wheel slide issue. One thing I'll give RaceRoom is the detailed sounds. That was a thing that happened. RaceRoom still hasn't updated the IndyCars. They have fictional IndyCars. Yeah, it's the old Aero kits, and I don't think they'll update them. But I don't know. I don't mind these cars. They're ugly, but like they're a nice kind of ugly. It was a weird period in IndyCar, man. Anyway, I'm going to kill the stream short. I mean, it's obvious that the results are kind of pointless. Thanks for coming out. Hopefully I'll have something else better in the day that I'll put up, or I'll stream something later. Anyway, take care, guys.